Oh, hi everybody. Well, today if you're joining us, we are doing rainbow sponge painting. And it's March and it's rainbow month. So we're doing lots and lots of experiences with rainbow colors. So today, if you're working along with us, we're going to need some paint in rainbow colors. I've got red and purple and blue and green and orange and yellow. Or if you only have red and blue and yellow, we can mix them up and make our own rainbow color. So we're going to do both. I also have some brushes and some rinse water here in a jar. And of course, I've got several sponges because we're going to paint them up and print with them on some paper. And of course, I have some paper to work with. And I also brought along a few paper plates because we're going to put the paint on the paper plates and then dip our sponges in it. It'll be a great way to get our print work going. And of course, always, I have paper towel nearby because I love to make a mess. So let's get started. Well, I thought that I would take a paper plate and put it under my tabletop camera, and let's talk about mixing colors at first here before we actually paint our sponges. So there's my tabletop camera and there's my paper plate, and let's work with some primary colors to see if we can get a rainbow by mixing some primary colors. So my primary colors are blue, so I'm going to squirt a little bit of blue on my plate right there. And another primary color is yellow, sunny yellow. I'm going to put that over here. And then I am going to use some red. Oops. Right here, over here. And we have some of the colors of the rainbow, but we don't have the secondary colors. So let's take a brush. That's what I'm going to do right here, and see what happens when we mix a little bit of yellow and a little bit of red together. There's our orange right there. So mixing yellow and red together, we got some orange. That's our secondary color. So let's see what happens. I'm going to wipe off my brush. And let's make another secondary color. Because every time we mix a primary color, we get a secondary color. So let's do yellow and blue this time. There's some yellow. And there's some blue. We mix them together. Oh, it looks like we're getting kind of a dark green, but I'm going to make it. There we go. Now we got a nice looking green. There's our yellow, there's our blue, there's our green. Awesome. So now I have orange and green, and those are some secondary colors. All right. So I've got one more to mix. And I've got, what color do you think will happen if I take some red and I take some blue? I'm mixing it together. Whoa, it's looking purpley. Okay, and you can do this at home if you just have blue and red and yellow. There, I have purple. So now around my circle on my paper plate, I've got a whole rainbow. Check it out. I'm rinsing my brush so I can do some more. Okay, so yellow and red. Uh-oh, that had a little bit of. There, see how it makes a rainbow of colors around my paper plate? That's pretty cool. So we're going to use a rainbow of colors to paint our sponge. So I'm going to move that paper plate. I'm going to use that later. And I have some commercially mixed paint here So it'll give us just a little bit brighter colors. And so I'm going to take and squirt some purple. Whoops. This one wasn't opened ahead of time. Sorry about that. Uh-oh. I'm going to squirt a little bit of purple on my plate for the purple color. Yeah, these commercially mixed ones are just a little bit brighter, so that's why I'm using them. There's the purple and there's the green. Let's do some yellow. Okay. And there's my, oops, let's do some red. Yep. And some blue. Oops, there's some blue. That was thick. And which one am I missing? Orange. A little bit of orange right there. Ooh, those are great looking colors. I love rainbow colors. Everything looks so bright when you use rainbow colors. So the next thing I'm going to do is paint these colors on my sponge. So, okay, and I have several different paint brushes here, so I can either rinse them out or just use a clean brush. So I'm going to start with red and paint it on my sponge. Right across. I'm going to get quite a lot of paint because I want it to print off of my sponge onto another piece of paper. So do you remember when we mix the colors onto the plate, it was a rainbow across the plate. So if I wanted my next color to show up in the order of the rainbow, it would probably be, you either go purple or you could go orange. I'm going to go orange this time. So I'm going to do orange stripe to make it a rainbow. There we go. And then I am going to choose my next color as yellow. In the order of the rainbow, right across here. I'm getting a lot of paint, like I said, across over here, all over the place, because I really want it to print all over my paper. And if I just put a little bit of yellow on there, it won't. So there we go. Red, orange, yellow. And then another brush, yellow, green. We're going to do green next. So it's in the order. All over my sponge, lots and lots of paint. Okay. Lots and lots of paint. And then I need some blue. I need to fit some blue and some purple in that little bit right there. So I better paint a skinnier, maybe I'll do a wide blue and a skinny purple. So there we go. I'm getting lots of paint on my sponge. Ooh, it's really looking pretty. Check that out. Okay, so then my last color is going to be purple. And it looks like a rainbow on my sponge. There we go. Ta-da. Check that out. Whoa. So now we're going to print it. We're going to print it right on my white piece of paper here to see what it looks like. So there's my white piece of paper. I'll move it so it's better on camera. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what happens when I print my sponge. Oops, down on the paper right there. Okay, pushing and pushing and pushing and picking it up. Oh, cool. How cool is that? All right, so I am going to make another one right next to it to see what it looks like. Now, if you wanted to, if this turns out really good, you could use your picture and paper as wrapping paper. So now I'm squeezing it down again, picking it up. Wow, that is really spectacular. I think I can do it one more time, don't you? Right there. Okay. Press, 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 press. Getting all that wonderful paint out there. Boy, does that look pretty. Picking it up. Whoa, the purple is getting a little bit lighter this time. So I think it's time for me to add just a little bit more purple to my sponge. So as you're printing and you pick up your sponge and you see, oh, that color's too light, you can add more paint to that stripe. So how's my blue doing? Yeah, blue, I need some more blue. So I'm gonna add a little bit more blue to my blue stripe and maybe a little bit more green to my green stripe, of course. So I can print some more. And how's my yellow doing? My yellow looks pretty good, but I think I'm just gonna do it anyway since I'm adding colors all the way across. Yellow, 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 and then of course orange. Orange, 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 and red. Yummy red. I love red. Okay, so a little bit more of every color on my sponge. Okay, so now instead of up and down that way, I'm going to go across this way and see what happens. Okay, I'm not on camera here. There we go. Splat. And pick it up. Whoa, look at that. Oh, cool. And like that. This is really fun. I love to see what happens when you print things. 1, 2, pick it up. Wow, cool. And then another one over here. Sweet. Oh, I love it. There we go. So it seems like I'm getting about 3 good prints before I have to add more paint. And you can see what happens when you're done. So that's really gorgeous. Now I'm going to try another technique in printing, and I'm going to move my sponge. I just set my sponge down and picked it up, but this time I'm going to add a little bit more paint to my sponge, and then we're going to move the sponge across the paper and see what happens. So let's do a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more of the paint on the sponge so we can do it up really good. I love the way these colors are turning out. Oh, wow. So cool. Here's my yellow. Oops. Got a little orange on it. That'll be all right. And dot, dot, dot. Lots of yellow. Oh, where's my green brush? I lost my green brush. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, green. All across. And blue all across, and purple. Uh-oh. You know what I just did? I got some purple paint on my green. Wonder if I can get rid of that. A little bit. There we go. Okay, so I made a little bit of a purple mess in the middle of my green. So I'm going to try to fix that up a little bit. Oopsies happen, right? Okay, so now we're going to try and move the sponge across the paper, and let's see what happens. So rainbows are kind of in an arc shape. So I'm going to see if I can make an arc shape, moving my sponge all across the paper to look like an actual bow. Here we go. Whoops, see if you can see where I put it down. Now I'm going to move it across my paper. Oh, sweet. I got to press it down. Oh, there we go. Wow. Not bad, but something happened. I think I missed some of the red. Maybe I didn't press hard enough on the red. So I am going to add just a little bit more red and see what happens. If I just press my finger right on the red part, see how that edge is red? My finger back here is pressing it down, and that's what I want, just to put some more red onto my rainbow. I'm just holding it right on the top, just like that. Oh. And there's my red. It looks a little bit better. Ooh, it looks like watercolor, doesn't it? And then, of course, if I wanted to do this too, press, 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 press. The fun about paint is you decide what you want to do and see what happens. Wow! Rainbow. I love it. Okay, so there's a little bit of purple paint on my table. So there's another way you can do it. I have 2 rainbow pictures right now. Very awesome. So let's see. Oh, I know. I'm going to add some more paint again, and we'll try another way to move the paint across, the sponge across the paper, and see what happens. I love to do experiments to just figure out different ways to move things or different ways to paint things, just to see what happens. You never know what it's going to look like until you try. So I'm going to do one more here, and I'm painting across right there like that. Okay, I just did my yellow. Oh, did I do purple yet? Nope, I did not. So I got to do some purple, and I got to do some blue right there. Which one didn't I do? I know I didn't do one of them. Oh, orange. I didn't do orange. Okay. There's orange. Da-da-da-da. I did red. So now let's do a zigzag. What do you think will happen if I try to zigzag? Here's my paper. I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to go up and down and up and down and up. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it really gets a little smeary, and you're mixing more colors on the paper, but that was kind of interesting. I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to do kind of a circular motion like that to see what happens. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I must have run out of paint. When you smear it across, I think that it uses up the paint faster. That's what I think. So I'm adding more paint really quickly. Purple, blue, and whoa, yellow. My yellow got a little bit smeared up, I think, when I did that last one. And a little bit of green right there, and a lot of bit of red. And oh, that has some more purple on it. I don't want that. Okay, so now let's see what happens when we make a circular motion. I got them all painted up again, and I'm going to go like this. Let's see what happens. Meow, meow, meow. Whoa! And then a print. So there you have it. It's basically painting your sponge in all of the rainbow colors, and then moving it on your paper in different ways. Okay, there we go. I really like that. So I have one more huge piece of paper right behind me that I thought I would use. It's actually a piece of, whoa, poster board. And I thought I'd make a huge rainbow all the way across with my poster board. And poster board is actually slipperier than the drawing and painting paper that I was using. So I'm gonna ink up my sponge one more time and do a huge rainbow. And then that will be the last of my rainbow painting for today. But this has been really fun. I think the colors make me really happy when I see all of those bright, 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 bright colors. I really like them. Okay. There is more. Oops, I accidentally got some blue on my yellow. We'll see what that turns out like. There we go. I think I got them all. Oh, wait, I didn't do blue. I didn't do blue. I lost my blue. Blue. There we go. Okay. So are you ready for a really huge rainbow all the way across my slippery poster board? Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Where should I start? Over here on camera. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All the way across. Very cool. Aha. And you know what? If you look and you go, oh, it's too light, you can always take your brush, and I have an orange one here, and actually fill in some more colors where you want them. Anywhere you'd like, because you have more paint on your brush. There we go. So you can do fun stuff like that. So there we go. And I'm going to switch back to FaceTime. And hopefully you had some fun experimenting with rainbow painting. Check this out. Here's my big, huge rainbow. Thanks for joining us on Kids Craft Lab today. We hope you join us again next time. Bye. I saw something I had never, ever seen before. And here's where you get to make a choice. Was it a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex? And I'm just gonna stick some pine cones in my box, and then the fun starts. I just start rolling them around. The air rushing out of the balloon is gonna push that balloon up. So let's see what happens. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. So that's how rockets kind of work. We are going to build 2 different kinds of rockets today.
Put the cork on as fast as you can, set it